Welcome back to Game 5 of the evening, which has Clutch Gaming versus FlyQuest Academy. We're going to get there. And as we arrive at the end of the season for both these squads, you just hope they finish summer with a big bang, as Crumbs would like to say. And Revenge sure delivered yesterday, despite that loss to C9 Academy.
He popped off. He played Kiana, had 15 kills. But it wasn't enough to win the game, unfortunately. So, unfortunately for him, but they're up against Clutch, who busted out a fun little composition of Yasuo Pike Bottom. But if you haven't been watching Academy, the name of the game is Fun Composition. So this match is sure to deliver, as both these teams are not in the playoff race anymore.
That's right. Let's take a look at the starting lineups now to get right into game. Starting on the blue side, it's Clutch Academy. That means in top lane, it's Rodolph. Jungling is Major Danger. In the mid lane is Sun, Rikara at bot lane, and support is Joey with Coach Artemis.
And over on the red side, it's FlyQuest Academy. You've got Revenge in the top lane, Maxi in the jungle, Strumpist in mid, Ari and JJ on bottom support, and their coach, the best fruit in the world, Mango.
You know they have those mango sticks at work now. They're delicious.
I've tried them.
Only a stick of mango. Only a mango. What are the ingredients? Mango. It's delicious. We'll see if he can be that good for his team as much as we like the product here. So moving into this game, like we said, hopefully both teams can kind of finish with a bang, find that fun, and kind of find a style. Maybe they can say, hey, actually, if we roll with this, that's going to work for us next year.
I sure hope so, because so far CLG definitely found their style. And Cloud9 found one too, with a little Pirate TFT shout out. So let's see what these two guys have to offer. And I'm sure that maybe we'll get to see Revenge play Riven, right? Bust out his signature pick.
Slow bands.
Yeah, really
taking time. The Sejuani taken out. I'm gonna expect to see what on this side, Crumbs?
I think the first pick might be Silas. We're seeing so much Silas being played. And this would be a denial pick, which would be really be
unless they're hovering to say, you know, you won't play it. So it's Aatrox. I want to see the Aatrox versus Riven, because I feel like Riven would just clap that matchup.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, like really even more movement than Renekton and the LeBlanc. You're just gonna clap the matchup so easy. So it's going to be the Lovers duo bot lane. Easy for Ari and JJ. They don't have to worry about too much for the rest of the comp. They sit back and relax.
Not a lot of experimentation out of the bottom lane, though, so a little bit disappointed out of FlyQuest. What's going on, guys? This was the time to do it. Instead, they want to end with a powerful performance out of the bottom lane. And what are we going to get?
Azumi.
Very, very standard so far. Sad.
Yes. To end off the day. Going down a little bit here, but still going to be a strong game. It's not as spicy. Oh, yes!
We did it.
This is it. We've got the spice back now. So, okay, we got Aatrox versus Riven. I'm excited unless this flexes. It could obviously go to the jungle. It's kind of weird, or mid, but we're thinking it's top. We're thinking it's top. It's Revenge. Very cool. See a second phase of bans coming through here with the Elise being taken out. Major Danger's gotten some good dives onto that towards the top lane. Not the real champion you want to dive on that one, but Elise is good at starting off the early game aggressive.
Yeah, I think they're banning out the jungle picks that would really annoy Riven in the laning phase, because the Elise and Aatrox would be able to dive, and then Jarvan again, so one of the other picks. And I'm expecting another jungle ban here. The bottom lane is already chosen, and it's only jungle and mid, and there's just so darn much you can play in the mid lane. Why even bother? Just focus on the role that has some of the lowest variety. It's support and jungle that have the, well, support, jungle, and bot lane, but it depends what region you're looking at for the bot lane.
Absolutely. The Rek'Sai is taken away from Major Danger. I thought they might be able to slip in the Yasuo here, but it's not going to be that composition. And a final ban, 14 seconds for Clutch Gaming Academy as they figure out what would be the best thing to take away from Strumpist, maybe? The jungle's already been hit up pretty hard in this game, so they're putting themselves on a short list.
And if they ban another jungler here, it does put them in a really precarious situation, because FlyQuest would likely take the jungle here as well, which would be another jungle pick off the book. And it seems like all the early game power picks are gone. Lee Sin being the last remaining one, and the same with the Olaf, but you wouldn't pick Olaf into Ezreal, Yuumi, Aatrox, so let's see what you got. Maybe a Gragas?
A Nidalee!
Ooh.
Talked
you got
about that earlier.
Yep.
Thought the Dardoch maybe wanted to take that into game, but now we see it here in the hands of Maxi.
Terrible synergy with the team, though. But hey, if you never get to that point, if you only fight the other jungler, it's going to be a pretty powerful
your basic
pick.
synergy is to find where Riven is and just hybrid healer. Not that attack speed really matters, but
yeah, I mean,
it helps. You can thread in those autos.
You can't anymore. She's received so many switching transformations does not reset your autos.
Oh no, I meant for Riven.
Oh yeah.
Heal Riven, be like spin, spin.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's
Get
not.
the extra attack speed.
Not that much. So Xin Zhao picked up for the side of Major Danger. He wants to be able to go aggressive against the team that's going to be in his face, especially that Nidalee early. A Akali locked in here. Haven't seen too much of the Akali being locked in. She got a bit of a health buff. Makes her feel a little bit more robust throughout the laning phase and then the game.
Make her tankier, but on the flip side, she lost her true stealth. It is now a much, much weaker ability and can't be revealed with control wards. So she is no longer the unkillable, undivable champion that she once was. She just now has a little bit more.
But it was a good idea to deny turret vision.
Said no one ever.
Said no one ever. Vladimir locked in on the other side. Looks like Strumpus is going to take that into the mid lane. We have our composition. Pretty explosive, but no real way. If you miss that Rakan, if Riven's not in there, to keep everybody in the Hemoplague, that follow-up damage. So it's going to be tough. I feel like it's a very chase each other around kind of fight composition for both.
Yeah, there's really nothing there. The only hard CC, like you said, is the Rakan. You got the call back on the feathers, and then Riven, if she hits a crazy W
and a
crazy Q, that's about it. Whereas Clutch Gaming, you got 4 members with some pretty powerful abilities to start the fight.
See how they decide to do that. I'm interested to see early jungle. Major Danger will try to find Nidalee in that jungle. Looking at these matchups. Should be an easy bottom lane. Expect the poke to come out from both sides. It's one of those lanes where you take damage and it doesn't matter. You just how much can I kind of sustain in lane and stay. So unfortunately, the players experienced a bug selection ruin, so we will have a few more minutes to wait while they quickly remake the game. You're going to see same picks and bans going into that, but not as crazy coming into this one. We are going to get the Aatrox Riven matchup, so finally we get to see what Revenge is going to put out on there, or get to see what Revenge puts out on the Riven, and if it's going to be more powerful, I'm sure Aatrox will be getting a little help.
So if you look at how Viper has been playing Riven in the LCS and how most professional players play Riven in high-stakes matches, it usually is very passively.
It is. It's like kind of a few Qs will be away, and then the E-alt, and you flash in. You wait for the right moment. It's kind of like, you know how in MMOs when you train mobs and then you can farm the mobs? It's like Riven chases. Oh, there you are. Boom. And I train my mobs and I'm going to get them.
Pretty much. And then even in the laning phase, she just kind of Qs a little bit and dashes away. Because early on, Aatrox's cooldowns are going to be a little bit lower, with the 3 stacks of the Q being more powerful than Riven's. And then he's got sustain, whereas Riven does not. She has shields, which is a form of sustain, but not as powerful as what Aatrox can be right now. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But I think that Revenge, he knows what he's doing on Riven. This man has montages upon montages on this pick.
And that's what's going to make it even more amazing if we are able to see from the other side that Rodolph somehow has an outplay in this, can figure out a way to make it happen, or how much of that pressure of Major Danger does it pull up towards the top lane? Is it going to have to be like, hey, Riven is just collapsing into my turret, I can't do anything? It's going to be different. We'll have to see. I'm glad we get to see the matchup, though. Mid lane, we do have the Akali versus the Vladimir. How do you see this one playing out? Vlad usually just kind of hangs out until 9 before he is Vlad.
I think both are just going to hang out. Nobody can really kill pressure. You've got Akali that can wave clear and push a little bit more, so she might probably push in early on, which just happens against pretty much every Vladimir lane anyways. And that's about it. The jungler can't really impact these lanes a whole lot. It will have to be if the junglers find each other and take each other out, because Xin is very deadly. Nidalee, yes, she is mobile, but Xin Zhao, if he starts getting ahead, he can take over a game like no other.
It's actually pretty scary. Looking at one of our first games, I think, of the day without a Sylas.
It was banned.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean, is we haven't seen it in. We have most of them going through a lot of mid lane plays on that. But it is going to be that first one of no alt stealing. Unfortunate. Makes the fights pretty interesting. We'll see what they can put up. Our Nidalee into the jungle. You were talking about it earlier. A few buffs for her. We'll see if it can stay as aggressive. But I think everybody kind of tries to get to 6 here if you can avoid Major Danger and then start the fights.
All right. We are in it.
The teams are in it to win it.
they're in it to do their best.
They are. Machete start versus Talisman. On the side of Maxi to keep that health and mana going. Ooh. You know what play I miss? You know when teams would go topside, they'd thread into the brush, and then right into the fog of war between River and the turret that you couldn't actually see? It's a difficult one to explain. We saw it in Europe a lot. But we haven't seen teams do that anymore.
The level 1 all-ins?
Level 1 all-in, but you stand in the lane, just against the wall next to the river. Because if you enter through the brush of top lane, it won't see you. Crazy stuff.
Oh, that was cool.
That was very fast. The JJ tries to get the escaper by coming in from the side.
Yeah, and FLYCR used his flash as well, so.
Hail of Blades bot lane. I like it.
Hey, you don't leave your partner alone.
Never. Both Hail of Blades. They're going to be attacking real quick. That's great. Hail of Blades major danger as well. Get 3 in one game after not having any.
Oh, it just feels so weak. I played Nidalee the other day, and it really, she is a shadow of her former self.
How so? Describe.
Well, the shifting forms doesn't reset your auto attacks. That was one of the things that she used to do. Remember when traps used to also root the monsters in place?
Yo, that was damage. That was jungle broken. You were so healthy to get through the jungle anyways, but you just trap it and live.
Yeah, pretty much every single ability was outrageously more powerful before.
Good hit. Just safe farming for now as the junglers decide what path they're going to take. Looks like we got a quick red to blue as we want to see Major Danger ganking real quick on this one. He wants to get to a lane in effect as soon as possible. Already heading up, so he doesn't even want another camp. Wants to see if he can find any trouble.
But this timing might be poor because Rodov was pushing the top lane, so he had priority here. So there's just no way that Revenge actually starts taking this all in. If he's smart, he'll play back and he back off. He waits for the new wave. So this is just poor timing out of Major Danger. It's either his own fault or communication with the top laner, looking at the minion waves and then assessing whether the fight is going to happen. We talked about it earlier. You look at the minion waves and you can really tell whether a fight is about to break out or not.
Oh, that's bad. He could actually go down. No, he's got 100 HP. He'll be okay at this point. Zumi's heal goes in as well, but whew, that was close. The Ignite comes out of JJ, so kill pressure down, but pressure definitely added.
And that all-in is really good for Clutch Gaming as now they use so much onto the... Oh, 2 shots!
2 heated shots so early. Throws the chains down. He flashes out the chains. Revenge gonna get an early kill, and he does! A big mistake from Rodov under the turret.
And Revenge is gonna base right away. This is a really smart play, making sure that you now get to use that teleport and get back to the lane as quickly as possible so you don't miss out on the minion wave. Instead of trying to push, you base right away. Let's take another look at how that happened. Yep. Just 2 shots, and the second that second shot connected, you knew you were dead.
That's unfortunate, because that's one of those things where I think he was just inside the turret range, but then that's a big mistake, so it's not a just inside type of deal. Good hit, 3 talent strike looking to connect, can't get another shot on there. Sun's in range, possibly to get some damage down, but there's no real CC here to keep the fight going, but it's gonna be enough front-end damage to kill on the Maxi, and Sun comes up with that in the long chase through the river.
An ill-advised invade. There was priority in mid and bottom, and without actually pulling the camp anywhere else, you don't even know if Xin Zhao is on the other side. So Nidalee being very, very greedy, and he's now going to greed out even more, building that Dark Seal as her first item.
Wow, lots of fights, and they're not ending either. Sun's trying to push it as long as he can. Revenge was able to sneak that one out on the top, so 1 for 1 across the board to start. And so you got a little bit of Executioner's Calling to start things off for the side of Revenge. Interesting, but usually we'll see it built at some point. Why not first?
I mean, you've got 4 members of the side of Clutch Gaming that have innate healing, and it's going to help your laning phase a ton too, so really smart. And it looks like he was already thinking about it, because his first item was that longsword. Typically, you see it going towards the Caulfield's Warhammer, but if you get that first blood, why not go for something a little bit more snowball?
It always does feel that a little bit better to know you have an item recipe'd on the start of your buy instead of a Doran's.
Yeah.
It feels good going back. That money feels like it really, really counts. Dive onto Rodolph. They say his flash might be, or not down yet, but can still dive as we're pushed up. Oh, they just missed the vision on that. I'm not sure that they saw the Xin Zhao coming around the side. They now do as the blast cone is used, and nothing will come of the top lane pressure so far. No time really lost by Maxi as he's still up in CS here and goes back to just farming out the jungles.
That's going to get canceled.
Easy lane reset here. 34-34 on the top. Just that kill in favor of Revenge. All the lanes are actually very, very even. JJ, I love this pressure, the walk up. Kind of like how you play a Jarvan. You say, I'm not going to use my flag and drag until my toes are on your toes.
Ooh, this is going to be a kill on Revenge. He hits 6, though.
Oh, Windslash not able to take him down, and now Revenge has to make it happen. He still has the extra AD from that ultimate. Not going to be enough to take down Major Danger, though. It's 150 gold for Rodolph for his troubles and an assist.
That Skirmisher Saber is just so powerful when dealing against these melee fighters, and Italy is nowhere else to find anything on the map. That's just a huge, huge blunder out of Revenge, and the jungler not being there to back him up, because now he loses out on plates and a big fat of CS, taking away that first blood, but now he's down over 10 CS and a few plates to add.
Get this go. Oh no! Okay. I was gonna say, those are one of the things that just make you say, okay, can we restart this one? Can we just restart the game? No, my word! Oh. Let's say there's how many ways to skin a cat? There's one of them.
I've heard that saying.
Well, so his son, and he figured out a new one. 2-0 on this Akali already, just putting the pain down from the mid lane, and it's not even something that Strumpus really has a chance to follow up on. Airy was low there in the bot lane. You're not going to go bot. Your Maxi was already there. You're not going to counter gank, so it's kind of just playing the situation for what it is, and then you find that your opponent has already roamed down to take your team out.
FlyQuest bottom lane has to be so frustrated playing against Joey. They all in him every single time, and he gets to walk away with a sliver of health every single time. So while the all-in does get him low, he just never has to detach, and now they can't all-in FLYKR because they don't have the Ignite.
Filing projectile game of being a nuisance on the bot side is going over well. The initiations are there from JJ, but it doesn't seem like they ever have the follow-up. They're just too safe. They get these advantages with health and then can't finish the kill, baiting them into a false sense of security, and then possibly dying as Featherstorm comes down. JJ is gonna go down to a prowling projectile, and it turns so quickly after they get FlyQuest to feel like they had the upper hand. Rodolph, however, is gonna equal things out on their side. A double kill for Joey. That's a bit of an oopsie, but it's still nonetheless kills picked up around the map by both teams.
You got a trade of kills, and now it's going to be a trade of objectives with Ocean Dragon going over to Clutch Gaming, and then the blue buff from Maxi. Herald is not up and not ready to go down, but Rodolph doesn't have TP, so this could be the plate being evened out from Revenge in the top side.
Yumi team getting some more of these Drakes. That's going to be one fat cat soon. 2-0-1. We're 8.5 minutes in, and he's actually already leveled up on his warding item, so he can go ahead and start throwing those down.
JJ and Airy are playing super aggro because they have the double Halo Blades. That's how you play this matchup, just super aggressive. Every time
you have to.
Pulls down, you have to go in. And Airy gets so greedy here, staying forth, moving forward instead of going for the back off play. And now this dive is not...
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! That's a double buff over to Rikara all the way from across the map. That feels good.
0-3-1 on the Nidalee. Lost the Dark Seal stack that she got earlier, and at 0-3, Nidalee is just not where you want to be playing this champion. I know she got buffed, but she's just so difficult to pull off. You really need an entire team built around her and then playing around her as well. Let's see how this dive happens, because I think the initial spear might have missed.
And then there wasn't a jump in. Oh no, it hits, but she has aggro first, so she doesn't want to get the jump in for the damage, and then boom.
Well, Rodolph also has the stone plating, which makes him really tanky. The second you proc that, you usually wait things out. It's those 3 yellow, greenish things that appear on champions when they're running the defense tree, and so by waiting that out and realizing that it's there and they couldn't all in, they just back off and give double buff.
Oh my word, Joey gets another kill. This is a scary Yumi. Definitely not declawed on that one. 7-2, 10 minutes into this game, and it is quickly going in the favor of Clutch Academy.
Yumi clearly establishing herself as the alpha cat of this game.
Airy and JJ, the scratching posts of the bot lane. It is becoming a tough one down there. They're not falling down in CS too much. Xayah can still have a pretty good fight phase with Featherstorm, and Being able to dodge out is pretty pivotal skills that CG will have, but you got to be able to add that damage too, and it's going to be tough. Looking at how this lane has played out, we were excited to see that Riven lock in 2-1-0, but he's down 20 CS. He's gotten a lot of help from Major Danger, as we would expect. This Riven just diving around Rodolph.
Oh, what a bold dive, but doesn't even aggro the tower actually, so really nice.
Saving that W can be a very big play for a Riven, and she gets that out onto Major Danger. Pressure top lane is relieved, and that looks like it could be a bit of a play onto the Rift Herald. If they see Maxi bot, they're going to be much more assured that they can grab that.
That dive or gank bottom lane was way too obvious from the side of Maxi, and there is a thing as body language in League of Legends.
Oh, yeah.
JJ and Airy somehow decide to start tanking the turret shot, the minion wave, against a double buff Ezreal. It is just so suspicious, especially after your jungler shows top, doesn't get a dive, and there is no counter gank there. So you start to wonder, where on earth could Middly be?
Right around the corner. Taking Krugs right now. Assist pings in the mid lane. I think they want to get a lane push onto this. Sun may have quite a bit of gold to spend at 2-0-0, 150 bounty, but bot lane is the focus. Quick arcane shift around that. They are going to get the aggression out of the mid lane. Flash is there if he wants to get out from Hemo Plague, but it's still going to be the wind becomes lightning. Another hit. Too much turret damage coming in, and Strumpus lives with the flash. Where do we see that Sun has gone down for his troubles, just wanted the lane push, and he loses his life. Well played by Strumpus.
Yeah, that really was nice, because he positioned to the right of Akali to try to make sure that the E was not going to connect, and Sun, I believe he had flash, so he had a way to get out of that one without getting hit by that spell.
A little bit of a whoopsie, but he does actually come back with Gunblade, so he was sitting on quite a bit of gold. And we'll see how this happened again. He initiates and follow-up damage after Hemo Plague. Oh, he got the Electrocute on Hemo Plague advanced too, so a little bit of a buff.
He also got the Empowered Q off, which you would have expected him to use it right before casting the ultimate, but right as it was about to fade, Xin Zhao shows, so he knows he has to ult to all in there, and does a really nice job of picking up that trade kill.
That was great. Ward protected as well to the top side. There you can see, as Crumbs was saying, once that bar gets up, Blood Rush gives Strumpus a huge burst of health and damage. It's tough to use, though. It's not like it's always up. Watching Vladimir's be able to use that accordingly, like Pole Belter's Vladimir is really awesome to watch when he's on point.
It's because it's so obvious for when he's about to walk up and try to use that.
It's like, oh, don't fight Gnar now.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like mini Gnar and mega Gnar every 4 seconds.
JJ, oh, imagine if you threw a quill in that brush just to shut down the Herald. Shelly comes out, Heraldine about to take down a turret and some plates as well. We got another 30 seconds on plates, so I love the timing here by Clutch Gaming to pick up a little bit extra gold. Shelly's eye has been hit and will go down before taking too much more with her. Uh-oh, Sun. Uh-oh, Sun! The Sun is getting blotted out! And he is now dead once again, and that is an Ignite Flash. Akali not teleporting back to lane to get back to participate, and now starting to fall behind in CS. Top lane getting pushed, however, Clutch still has control over the map. They're just slowly losing portions of it.
It's also another kill for them.
Holy shnikes. Ricard almost goes down. That was a big hit from Maxi over the wall, and he could get hit one more time. He gives Joey a bit of help. I like that standing next to the wall. Knew he would possibly go down, but he had to help his teammate. Good hits coming out of Major Danger as he is there to pick up these kills, and Aries probably not going too much further as the chains pull him back into Rodov, and that's going to be the kill coming through for him as the top laner.
And as a result of that play, that's going to be the second Ocean Drake for Clutch Gaming, but they are giving up more plays in the top lane. I really want to see what Revenge can do when he starts joining this team.
Oh, those Yuumi hits just kind of make it feel like the spears do nothing. Oh, he just used Key Burst on that wave. He's not going to have a lot of stun for Sun here, and Sun's just going to walk all around until he can get a broken wing, but that's going to be enough. Sun comes from the dead and picks up a kill.
Really, Revenge did not expect who was going to be covering that lane. He greeted out just a tiny little bit using those spells. He still doesn't have a completed item. He's just going for that cooldown reduction so that he can get past the laning phase nice and easy, but
he's going to LeBlanc by order.
Deaths, yeah, he's taking a page out of Fallen Bandits, top lane AD LeBlanc special.
Oh, max range spear. This push from Ricard here, he's like, you can jump to me. I thought Maxi was just going to kill him.
if JJ had Ignite up, that would have certainly been a kill.
True. And then Major Danger. I feel like Major Danger's done a really good job of being everywhere. As soon as a fight starts, he's just in range to participate.
It's exactly how you want to be playing Sins Out. There's no way he can't keep up with how fast Nidalee is at farming. And you see that in the CS. It's 26 or 27 lead.
Right.
On
so you gotta figure out where she's going to be.
And there was a time where Maxi was actually keeping up a level lead against the Sins Out, even though she was 0-3. So Xin is all about that ganking, and if he can't pull it off, he's really useless. He's kind of like Olaf, but
I was just gonna say that
early game.
You dive in, but you might even die even faster as Sins Out because you're just standing in the same
There's
spot.
no out button with Xin.
Oh man, it's a very audacious charge. It is. Looking at 20 minutes coming up on that clock. We don't even have Baron on the Rift yet, and it's been Clutch Gaming kind of pushing through the outer objectives. Mid turret still stands. Rodolph, he's deciding whether or not he wants to face check, and I think he's going to look at his left shoulder and say, I should have listened to you. Right shoulder, shut up from now on.
The little devil in his ear.
Oh, back to this. So Gunblade goes down. Now he has the CC. As Sun has broken that CC, he gets Major Danger, who, look, is right on the tail end of that fight and ready to participate. Dashes back out, actually gets the Crescent Sweep. Oh, a bit of distance there, and Major Danger is able to help pick up another kill in the game. 2-0-4 on this, what is, I think, a final pickup that Clutch Gaming put into their mix.
He's really close to being able to win that 1v2 as he didn't have the completed Black Cleaver, but now he does. That might actually be all he needs to do that in, because without any armor items, the Shred is pretty much going to deal true damage to most of the members of Clutch Gaming.
Bot lane push is big. Fortunately, nobody from FlyQuest can be there to put it into the turret. Rodolph picks up most of what that wave is. So you can tell that FlyQuest is a little bit behind the tempo of the game as they react now to Clutch Gaming's movements throughout. Sun coming around the corner, you can see they're already able to put in that forward vision. It's very hard, and Ezreal at turrets means they do not last long.
And the hard thing for FlyQuest is that they have no way of actually starting a fight. It's JJ, and that's it. As long as Clutch Gaming keeps him at bay, fight's not starting. It really is not, because Sins Out can always disengage a Riven, can disengage a Vladimir. There's a lot of tools for them to stop FlyQuest from getting in, and when you have to account the Yuumi poking you away as well, they really need to get super creative with these angles or have sick vision and find picks.
I really like the execution, if you remember, of level 1 when JJ came over the Dragon. A lot of times Clutch is going to be in FlyQuest side of the jungle here. You have those areas inside the red pit to go behind. If only FlyQuest can get the vision to make that happen. A lot of times when you don't see the Rakan, I'm sure Clutch isn't going to be making too many moves.
It's exactly what you say. It's a combination of positioning and vision to deny the flank, because a flank doesn't really count if they see you coming from a mile away. You really need to be hidden.
That's tough. I think that's what makes those such amazing plays. Like when you see a Smoothie Alistar sitting in the brush, and you're like, how has he been there for so long? And then he makes the play, and like, it's those ones that can even wow the commentators or the pros that have seen it over and over, that you know it was a good play.
And speaking of good play, there is a Wind Dragon that is coming up, and I don't think either of these teams would really mind having that one, because if you lack engage, Wind does help a tiny little bit in just getting in the mix.
Yep, getting in the mix, following that fight. Getting to a retreating team if you have not been in combat. Oh, just in the Fog of War. I love as well how much pros know what the Fog of War edge is. Sometimes they play just off middle, sometimes they play in the Fog of War to a brush. Ooh, just outside a ward range. Beautiful.
Major Danger could have just gone in there and taken down JJ. He's so much stronger than a 1-3-2 Nidalee.
I was thinking the same thing. Sun's towards the bot now. The blue buff has just spawned up on the side of FlyQuest. I don't know if we'll be able to even get their resources at this point. A quick kick back over to give Strumpus some damage. Down to half HP off of that one, as well as they get a fight down on the bot side. You see Strumpus is pretty hurt and Sun is not, as the Dragon does go down. Cloud Drake over now to CGA. A lot of Ocean Drakes today, and it has been going to the winning team, which just makes it that much harder to come back for the opposition.
But the gold is still in the favor of Clutch Gaming, 4,000 and 3 bounties. So as far as FlyQuest can find the fight, it's just a matter of how do you find it. And here it is. It's a teleport from Riven, and Aatrox is not there.
Oh, get that turret. It'll be a better fight. And they don't get the turret, but they're trying to fight around it. Major Danger's going to go down to 3. Sun with a beautiful hit there. Now they can regroup, assess the fight. It is going to be a 5v3 in this situation. You have Joey there. He's a 4, but he's hanging out right now on the members, and we'll consider him as his ultimates come out. Right now, it's on a 25% cooldown. JJ taking some damage. This is a quick walkout here. No real pressure is in favor of FlyQuest. So while they are walking Clutch out, Clutch sees where their waves are and say, yes, we can go back in for pressure. That Sun coming in huge on the kill, and that's Airy down. Strompus now coming out of gold, and he's gonna get a sweet spot hit from Rodolph. Flashing forward, Rodolph picks up the kill as Maxi is now about to go down. His eyes are onto him. Around the turret goes Sun. Joey to one side and Sun to the other as they have a bit of a mismatch, but they're gonna look for the mid wave, realizing they had the upper hand all along.
Yeah, they have no wave clear to stop them.
Yeah.
So this should definitely be at least a mid lane turret. It might even be an inhibitor because Airy is not up for another 5 seconds now. Clutch Gaming pulling that off really well, especially after losing Major Danger from the very start of the fight. Revenge trying to look for a fight, but what's he really going to accomplish here?
Look at 2 people trying to flank. It's the flank and the counter flank as Major Danger finds Revenge somehow halfway down mid lane, looking to stop anybody leaving that inhibitor.
He greeted.
He's greeting, but he's also giving time here. Airy and JJ coming in. Revenge is just trying to flash out, misses the final chapter. Broken Wing to safety. Back in for a big stun. The follow-up coming in now from FlyQuest to turn around the game. It's going to be Strompus with a big run, and they can get the distance now to get a bit of map positioning back. Do they go for a full Baron? Major Danger's 12. Maxi is 13 with a better true damage smite.
This is the risky part here because Akali is going to have her ultimate up. She's going to be able to do so much work here, and only Strompus is going to be able to really stay alive in this fight.
Sun's ultimate just coming back up. He can make a big burst damage play here. Major Danger has Audacious Charge to get into. There's not much that can stop him. 2,500 health on the Baron. Both junglers are going to try to get into the fight. The stop there. It's going to be Maxi coming up with that smite, and it's Airy going down first. Rikara just on the outside trying to deliver true shots in, and that is Strompus going into the pool as he comes back out. The kill onto Sun as he blots that out. Rikara damaging back, should be able to kill the Strompus Vladimir, and he does. Big help. Oh, his spear to the eye and a pie to the face of Rikara over the wall as Maxi comes up big twice in this fight. Rodolph looking for the cleanup kill. We talked about it before. How egregious is Zoe at stopping members from getting away with the buff they need? Final chapter's up once again, and it does not look like Maxi will make it to safety with the Baron buff.
The greed for the Scuttle Crab was not worth losing that Baron, and now there's only one member on the side of FlyQuest that has it. Oh boy, the fight started off with Xin Zhao being a little bit careful, thinking, how do I get in there? Do I look for the steal? Misses that W, which could have been critical, but he doesn't have the ultimate to really do all the work. Instead, saves the charge for the very end, and it's the Ezreal that comes in, that tries to clean up what Akali is doing, but it's already too far gone. The fight has been won by FlyQuest, and this is the part that really gets me.
Is that? Oh, it's for JJ.
The Q.
At first, I thought he only wanted the vision more, but then no. And you're right, the greed for the Scuttle with just the Yuumi in front of him. I mean, why not? But you got to watch out for Rodolph's movement speed once he throws on the World Ender, especially with the zoomies.
Increased healing too on the Aatrox. It's increased healing from all sources, so that will make him an unkillable monster.
Looks like we are going to get the Luden's Echo out of Rikara for this build around on the Ezreal. A little bit more AP damage from the team, along with this AD that they're able to just slap down onto the Rift so far. A 2-item Aatrox, a 2-item Xin Zhao, 3-item, basically Akali here, coming up strong.
Control X.
Oh, JJ, Maxi.
Control B. And paste in Recycle Bin.
Revenge onto Sun. Does he have a ward actually to take him down? No, just the Alteration far side orb for Revenge here. And the kickback will put him in range. Oh, I thought Revenge was going to go to the front side of the turret. He would have had an escape. That would have been nice by Sun. And it is, again, about buying time here. Quick damage. Revenge down to half HP now, and there's the Yuumi for the Zoomy. Revenge can't do much about it. And it's funny, FlyQuest is in a lot of these situations where they feel like they have so much more time until 3 members pop out of the woodwork of Clutch Gaming.
So fast. The Yuumi,
the Cloud Drake,
is so powerful right now. 4-0 and a 12
stacks. Whew. It's good. Writing new final chapters. Choose your own adventure for Joey this
final
time.
Chapter for every member.
Yep. We will see how many more she can write off on. Almost hitting JJ. Couldn't get that follow-up from Sun as they didn't have the distance. And Stopwatch is still purchased up here on the side of Clutch Gaming. So even the fights that are hard for FlyQuest, they're going to be dealing with invulnerable members of Clutch Gaming with just 1 Zhonya's on the other side.
You've got 3 on this side of Clutch Gaming.
Gross.
So that's really filthy. And if that's not enough, it's then going to turn into a Zhonya's out of Akali and then 2 Guardian Angels.
It's dirty, but clean dirty.
Hashtag dirty.
Hashtag dirty. Few bits of poke. It's like no real good poke follow-up, but you have an Ezreal on one with a Yuumi and a Nidalee on the other side. So there is poke, just who can get to that poke after you do a hell of a lot of damage. Turret's now about to take that follow-up DPS as they get close up. Are you serious? 1 heal? The Fiends is disgusting.
465.
Gross.
That 1 Zoomies.
Yeah. And that feels bad for Maxi. He's not going to be able to do too much of anything with those spears hitting. You just see Joey flash over to a member and quickly give him those Zoomies. Turret's being guarded by 3 now. Clutch looks like they have control over the game, but they're not able to really get a split push here. They feel like the full 5-squad fight of FlyQuest is still strong. I love the play. The in and out from JJ calls the final chapter into the fight, and now Clutch Gaming will not have that disengage.
Yeah, now Clutch Gaming, even though they don't have that Yuumi ultimate, they do have the Ocean Dragon, which does force FlyQuest to base. They have stayed long enough. Nidalee does not have the mana to stay in this fight, and nope, actually, it's just going to be a quick little base. I think what we're going for is going to be a play around Baron. It's up in 1 more minute. You might as well use that time, because imagine a situation where Clutch Gaming stays in the bottom lane, loses a fight there. Baron would have been up, and it would have given FlyQuest an opportunity to come back into the game. So by basing and focusing on the more important objective, they're also denying FlyQuest's opportunity to claw back into this game.
Nice little play there. Gotta give credit, Maxi's definitely hitting these spears. It just doesn't matter because of Joey. It is what it is.
It's like, I know you're doing a good job, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, man. Playing it smart. And power in numbers here. They finally get Rodolph down towards that bot side. Make sure he can get the wave pushed up. Doesn't look like he stayed too long. Look at JJ. Hanging out in the back. We've been waiting to see if a flank would be the right time. Assist ping's coming out. JJ's got Rikara on the backside. Zoomies for major danger. That's where the Yuumi is. Rikara is still able to deliver the damage in. There's no real follow-up for the one person that got hit with a Rakan. And now it's a turnaround from Clutch Gaming. They say, this is actually our fight. Thanks for starting it. Swampus has to go into his blood pool, and now he's going to be going down from that as he comes back out. That's the Zhonya's. But remember, there are still stopwatches on the side of Clutch Gaming to be used, and it's going to work even better if they're the one using them secondary. 29 minutes on the clock as we start to crest that 30-minute mark, and Clutch Gaming may be in the base to stay.
We got pings in the Nexus, but they're not going to ignore them.
Nope,
they're not going to listen to them.
Just
Sorry, they're going to just go straight for the Baron. Nice and easy. Maxi did make it out, so the threat of a steal after the Baron attempt is still there. We're going to have to assign somebody from Clutch Gaming to actually deter them. And I think Rikara is one of the better members, too, to poke away, but instead it's going to be Sun, the ever-present assassin looking for Nidalee.
Oh, my word. The abilities they have to make these work. Yeah, Flash was used there, but they said, oh, okay, he got, nope, we still got it. There's so many fail-safes they have, and it's easy to use those when you're ahead, and it's not going to be a Flash you need to get out. Everything you can do is to make plays right now, and JJ almost goes down as Rikara. Solo goes over the wall. You can see how good they're feeling.
He's so strong, and I think he's about to complete that gunblade on Ezreal. He's going to be going AP. That's definitely what makes the most sense. And What's it going to be?
There it is.
There it is.
One WQ is about 50% of anybody's health, sometimes 75%, especially of Ares. That's gross. Ooh. That damage gets amplified so much, especially with your Luden's Burst. 2 Gunblades as well now in the fight. Extra damage to boot for a few members. 20 stacks onto the Yuumi with a Rabadon just around the corner.
Remember, Yuumi actually boosts your AD and AP.
Oh yeah, you get a little bit. Yeah, when she's on you.
Just like for some reason that needed to exist.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Another Cloud Drake going down here. Gotta go real fast. You gotta be kidding me. A team that already has heals and speed. How about some more heals and speed? Come on. What an RNG game here for Clutch Gaming Academy.
Pedal to the metal.
Absolutely.
Here comes Maxi with another flank, but this is not an Italy that's going to be able to pull this off. She will die in less than a second. The death recap might not even catch her death. It's like, you know what? Too quick. We didn't catch it.
Oh. The triple gank. The triple flank, the pincer move coming in, but can they get a target? So much heal onto Rikara, it's disgusting. He finally goes down, but it's taken them so long. Look at the health bars of FlyQuest. They might be able to pick it up, but here comes the Akali. Sun is on the run, and that's gonna be a quick kill. Strampus on the back here with Revenge. Do they have enough? Rodog needs to stay alive long enough for the help from the Yuumis, Zoomies, and that is gonna be what it takes. There's the Blood Rush, back to half HP for Strampus, but it's still not enough with the best abilities on the reel coming up to be used. There's the Yuumi chase down once again. It's so hard to get away from this champion, and it's going to be a solo chase. Revenge may not even get to go back this game. He won't be in the base as it goes down. He's trying to play damage mitigation here. Final chapter, the Ignite, the auto, the solo from Joey at 5-0-16. It's cat scratch fever on the Yuumi for this game. What a play as we come up 52 kills on the board. And that is the game for Clutch.
Oh, what a fantastic game for both the teams to close out the season. Having some fun with the Yuumi, the Zoomies, the Nidalees, and the Rivens. Whew, Academy, delivering.
I thought you had more.
I was like, man, that was about it.
That was about it. What a game here. We got to see a little bit of Italy, as we were saying, different champion picks. The games before were looking pretty awesome with seeing a few roundabout champions being locked in, but some great games and kind of fighting across the map all together, action-packed today that we got to see here for the last week of the regular season.
FlyQuest recognized how they needed to find the fight, which was really refreshing to see.
That was really cool. They had so many attempts.
A lot of the teams don't even do that when they have the right champions to do it, but then when they have the wrong champions to go for the flank, they're like, let's go for it. This is the time, so at least you get to practice what it actually means to look for the flank and get those engagements.
I think one of the easiest things to fall into at that point is say, well, hey, they have to group up in front of the base. That's a choke point. That's a fight. Instead of finding your choke points or creating them. So you're right. I like that about FlyQuest initiation there. So with today's games complete, let's take a look at the almost final standings of the regular season. Cloud9 has locked first place and a bye into the semifinals. Golden Guardians is currently in second now, but 100 Thieves still have an opportunity to catch them. TSM takes fourth place with the head-to-head record over Team Liquid, and Echo Fox rounds out the playoff picture in sixth. We'll say goodbye to the remaining teams for now as we await their return in the spring of 2020. Now, Academy has wrapped for this week, which means the LCS is just around the corner, and the day kicks off tomorrow with Team Liquid versus Optic. That's going to be a banger with Golden Guardians facing 100 Thieves in Game 3. Plus a whole weekend of games until we wrap things up with the final game of the Academy regular season, where a playoff bye is definitely on the line between Golden Guardians and 100 Thieves Academy. So do not miss that. That is our show match coming up on Sunday. So definitely one to watch.
Those are the matches I'm looking out for because Optic Gaming has actually never beaten Team Liquid ever. I don't think it's going to happen again.
That's great.
And so when you got the dads fighting it on stage between Golden Guardians and 100 Thieves for an actual LCS spot in playoffs, and then you got the Suns playing it out in Academy as well for that second bye. So they get to really look up to, go dad, and then son, you can do it, make me proud.
It's going to be an awesome week. So if you need more League right now, we got you covered. The LEC rebroadcast of this morning's matches is coming up ahead of their Day 2 live broadcast, starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central European Time. Now, for myself, Crumbs, and the entire Academy crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week for Academy Playoffs. Be there.
Yes.
Two heated shots so early. Throws the chains down. He flashes out the chains. Revenge gonna get an early kill, and he does! Those are one of the things that just make you say, okay, can we restart this one? Can we just restart the game? Oh my word! Oh, he just used Key Burst on that wave. He's not gonna have a lot of stun for Sun here, and Sun's just gonna walk all around until he can get a broken wing. That is Strumpus going into the pool as he comes back out. The kill onto Sun as he blots that out. Rikara damaging back, should be able to kill the Strumpus Vladimir, and he does. Big help. Oh, so much heal onto Rikara. It's disgusting. He finally goes down, but it's taken them so long. Look at the health bars of FlyQuest. They might be able to pick it up, but here comes the Akali. Sun is on the run.